Yeah, I think the world economy is getting better. It's getting better slowly, and it's getting better, unfortunately, in a very uneven way. Uneven because within countries, income inequalities are becoming bigger, so not everybody is benefiting from the global economic recovery within countries. And then across countries, you have very different prospects. So, for example, the European periphery, countries like Italy, Spain, Greece, and so on, are going to have, are improving, but they're going to have high unemployment and probably slow growth for over 2014, 2015. On the other hand, many developing countries and the United States are likely to see pretty good growth in the course of the next couple of years. So these are giant agreements with the United States at the center, on one side with the European Union, and on the other side, the Trans-Pacific, with 11 other countries of the Pacific Rim. When you add these agreements together, they represent about 60% of world trade. So these are huge agreements, and moreover, they aim to rewrite the rules for trade in the 21st century in items such as state-owned enterprises, how they should operate in the new international markets, extend the disciplines in intellectual property rights, redefine the right of investors to contest decisions of states in a direct way using investor-state dispute settlement, so on and so forth. So their implications for the trading system may be profound if they succeed. But even if they don't succeed, they're going to occupy the time and the focus of the most important trading nations of the world today, which are still the advanced countries, over an extended period. One of the effects of this, in my view, is that it will tend to make it more difficult, not less difficult, to advance on the multilateral trade negotiations at the WTO. So with regard to these giant trade agreements that are being negotiated, it's very important for a country like Morocco to be aware of the fact that this is happening and to analyze what the possible implications will be of an agreement both on the Pacific side and on the Atlantic side for Morocco's own trade and Morocco's capacity to operate on international markets, given that some of these rules and standards are going to be redefined. By and large, I don't expect a significant or a big negative impact on Morocco's trade simply from the fact that agreements are being made among its trading partners, because by and large the trading partners that are negotiating have already low tariffs. So the preferences that they can negotiate with each other are relatively small. However, it is a very important shift, and Morocco has to analyze its implications in specific sectors and watch how the rules develop. If at all possible, to try and influence these negotiations, although it's not easy because from the outside. But Morocco can also think about negotiating more regional agreements, can also think about its own domestic reforms to be ready for a more competitive international market. On the economic front, I think every developing country, small developing country or large developing country, has to realize that we are moving into a different environment, one where over time international interest rates are going to rise. Perhaps more capital will be reoriented towards the advanced countries as they regain their footing. And so this can easily be quite a volatile period, this adjustment. Of course, Morocco is also in a region that itself is in turmoil. And so it's going to be very important to be flexible in the way economic policy is formulated. Many developing countries, or actually the majority of developing countries, have found it very useful to have a flexible exchange rate to help absorb these shocks. Morocco should think about that.